Good morning. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Please let me know if you can or cannot. Grab my phone here so I can see my chat. What's going on, people? Doing a little random pop-up here. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. There's a couple of you here already. Cool. Good morning. Let me see my chat. Sandy Farrell, good morning. Fishion, good morning. 3G, what up, man? Lady Rorschach, what's going on? Sandy Farrell, I already said hi. Good morning. Jeremy, Lady Rorschach, good morning. I'm reading this down the list. I'm saying names over and over again. Monster Fish Cow, good morning. Jeff Kane, what up? Color Guppies, what's going on, man? Mirk T. Robert, Tianaqua. What's going on? Scotty Aquati, what's up? Vinoxky, hey Vinoxky, did you get the, you won that giveaway, the whatever. Did you get the email with the code? Hopefully. If not, check your email. Let me know. Alright, what else? Who am I missing here? Anyone? Scotty Aquatia, I said. Fish Dreams, what's going on? Good morning. Loud and clear. Cool. Alright, guys, I mean, pretty much it's a crappy winter day here. So it's like snowing, slushy, job site shut down. Nothing's happening. I don't feel like doing paperwork, so I'm gonna do water changes. Sound like a plan? Cool. We can hang out. Do whatever. Alright, let me change cameras. And get this ball rolling. It's just me, no voice in my head today. So, unless, I mean, you know, Fishy on, what's going on, man? Good morning. Stillwater, what's going on? Good morning. Stillwater. Alright, cool. Alright, start here. Saltwater. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. I always like to kind of see where it's at before I do anything. Lights are just coming on. I have the same shelving units. They bow with the 2 1-gallon tank on it. Jeez. What shelving? The wire ones? Or this? The Husky rack. Whoops. Put more water on there. Using my trusty old, whatever this thing's called. Refractometer. Ooh, it's a little high in the salt here. You might need to trim that down. It's like 027. Smash that thumbs up. It says Dirty Mag Yakers. Right on, man. And if you haven't subscribed, do that too. Okay, so I'm gonna just start doing my thing. Let me move some stuff out of my way. And I'll try to keep attention to chat. Alright, I need to unplug filters and power head. And did I make? I was like, do I even have salt water ready? That would have been a bad scene. But apparently I do. Alright. Trying to remember where my little attachment thing is. It's right here. My little python attachment. So I don't suck up any fish. By accident. Because I like to, uh-oh. What happened? We stopped streaming, didn't we? Hold on. Did I stop streaming? No. We're okay. My phone stopped streaming. Okay. Everything's okay. I must have hit a button on my phone. So everything came to a stop. Okay. Wow, apparently I'm listening to myself. That's crazy. Okay. We all here? John McKenzie's here? Everybody's here. 503. I'm seeing you dropping 503 links, but I'm not seeing 503 here. Not that, I mean, I don't mind you dropping her links. I just was going to say hi. Okay. Where we at? Changing water. Alright, this tank, I should probably do a little bit on the glass cleaning. The other problem this tank has, I have a problem with this tank. This tank has got some issues. This is my saltwater tank. We have some Aiptasia. Let's see if I can get rid of some of that. I do have some peppermint shrimp in here now. I got some, I think I forgot to talk about that on Sunday. I got some peppermint shrimp for this tank. I did see them. Look at that. Right in there with that Aiptasia. Nice. There's also some down here. I think it just fell out of there, didn't it? Maybe I just didn't get it. I swear I sucked it up, but I don't know where it went. Here. It's really good at hiding. Maybe I didn't suck it up. Anyway, I got these peppermints and shrimp. They're supposed to be good at eating Aiptasia. But I figured I'd take care of the big clumps. I was also thinking about getting one of those Aiptasia eating style fish, but I haven't gotten that far yet. Okay. We'll do this. Mel Wool, good morning. What's going on? Jenna P, good morning, good morning. Scroll, my fingers all wet, I can't scroll. Scrolling ain't working while my fingers are wet. Here we go. Alright. Saving money for lumber. See any questions? Why are we always yelling? Good morning. We'll pretend you're not here. Okay. Anyway, I was going to do... This is what I was going to do. Clean some glass. Get some of the... Still having a problem with the red algae. Starting to come back again. I might have to dose that, what do you call it out? The slime out. What the heck it's called. Stuff worked pretty well. But, you know, like I say, doesn't really address the root problem. So it's going to come back. And I don't like that scraping noise when you start getting to that point. We may have to add some fresh water, like RO, because we are getting a little salty. And while diluting it with less salt, but I'm still adding salt. Come on, man, what's going on here? Try and avoid sticking my hand in the tank this time and getting a snail stuck in my finger. One of those vermitid snails. That was gross. Still freaks me out that that happened. Basically got a snail splinter. Because I wasn't paying attention. It was just in there manhandling everything. Yeah, I was a little behind on my water changes, and I need to get things done, and I'm home today, so I figured why not? since nothing's really happening in the YouTube world, I figured why not? This would be a good time to go live and chill out. Hang out with everybody and do some water changes. Trying to get that algae up underneath there. Okay. I think we're pretty good. Maybe a little bit more on the water. I don't want to get like crazy. Jennifer Weaver, good morning. Ultimately, it made me stronger. Yeah, it did. Greg's Planet Tanks, good morning. Good morning. Ray's Aquatics, good morning. Thanks for being here. Mary Beth, what's going on? Working while getting ready. Yep, I'm playing hooky today. Amateur Aquatic Addiction. Good night, everyone. Good night. And good morning. Ooh. Oh. That was a mistake. Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Okay. So, what we're going to do here is pick the refractometer up I threw on the ground. And the thermometer. Hopefully they're not broken. This seems to be working. Okay. I'll leave that go for a minute. I guess we should switch cameras because I'm going to do some more stuff over here. So hang on, let me get this set up for your viewing pleasure. Guess we could just do the wide shot here. It's probably better. And I'll turn the light on this tank just so we can see. I'm going to do the salt brackish tanks first. So I got to do this. This is the salt tank. Over here is a brackish one. The one with the hang on the, well, it's a breeder box. Looks like a hang on the back. It's really a hang on the front. Now, this has babies in it. Lots of them. Wow, there's a lot in this breeder box. However, some of the babies made it into the tank. There is a lot of babies in the tank too. Oh, you guys can see that? Let's bring you closer. Hopefully this doesn't disconnect. Hang on. I need hands. Let's see if we can show you babies. Let's free up this. By the way, I did not break my camera. I guess it was just StreamYard that was giving me an issue with it on whatever day that was. Okay. There are a bunch of little babies in here. A couple real little guys. Must have just hatched. And there's a bunch of babies in there. I don't know if anybody can see this. Maybe I should get my phone. But yes, I'm going to do a water change on this. I should probably stop, wasting water. So let's get that going. Let me get my phone so I can see what up. I have a little mark on the outside of this tank. I already have. Okay, there we go. Try and suck up what's ever on the bottom usually. But there's a little mark on the tank here that I have for how salt or how low I can take it. I pre-mixed this brackish water. I think it's like 2.5 gallons of it in like an old cat litter container. And I drain it to the line, fill it back up, and we're full. That's 2.5 gallons. So it's about what? 20% water change roughly. It's a 10-gallon tank. There's still brine shrimp in here from 2 days ago when I fed this. I can see it. Brine shrimp can live in brackish water, believe it or not. Alright, we're almost there. Yeah. Let's just get to the level. I do these first because I'm afraid I'm going to run out of the salt water. Alright, that's good enough on that. What kind of babies? Oh, these are Pseudomugil cynodorsalis. So, what they call them, the blueback blue eye, which is it's a blue eye rainbow. Hold on, man, I'm stuck. Stuck all over here. Jeez. Louise. And this is the adults. Well, there's some adults in that other tank too. But this is the colony that currently that I started with. Let's put it that way. I'm going to switch the camera in a sec so you can see it. I also need to clean the glass. So let's do that. Swap it. I haven't checked for eggs in a couple of days either. Sorry if I'm missing anybody. I'm kind of out of it. Nancy B in Tennessee, good morning. Who else did I just say? Daniel Velez, good morning, good morning. If I'm missing you, I apologize. Let me scroll up here and see if I see anything. No, okay. Well, without further ado, let me get over here. Clean some glass. Fill it with babies, or fill it with babies. Fill it with water. Alright, I got this little one. It's kind of hard to, it's probably a horrible glare where you're at, so let's move that. There, maybe? Better? I don't know. A little better. Let's clean this dirty tank. This tank is dirty, dirty. This is a 5-gallon. This is also brackish. Same fish. Although these fish can go freshwater too. I mean, a lot of brackish fish. Be careful, buddy. Get out of there. I have had the unfortunate thing of pinching a fish between those two with the magnets. That was a long time ago, and I've been paranoid about doing it ever since. And it did not work out very well for that fish. I'm going to tell you that. So, be careful. That's why you got to be cautious sometimes. I don't care too much about the side glass, but the front glass I kind of like a little cleaner. Alright. Good enough. This is a great way to start Taco Tuesday. Heck yeah, man. Okay. Here's another. Let me just take that off. I forgot to charge my headphones, so they're like, just trying to charge them on the fly. I always pinch my python till I get it down to the depths. that I want. Suck up all this junk. I usually do this in a bucket, but not today. I also have this tank marked as where the level needs to be. And we are rapidly approaching it. And we're there. Maybe not the best, but this is going to be, I have a 1-gallon container I use for this one. So that's like a 20% water change, right? 1 gallon is 20% of 5. I believe. Is that right? Yeah. 10% would be half a gallon, yes. Yes. Okay, we can shut this off for a minute here. And we can deal with that, salt water. I'll show you how you guys, I'm sure I've shown this before, but I'm in the middle of doing it. Might as well show it again. Alright, let me get this all the way out of the way. Alrighty. Let me move this camera here, so we're not in the way. Because we gotta come through with water. I guess we can switch to that too. Good morning, Jenu, Danikin, Kenny E, what's up, man? Alishon, what's going on? Aqua Design, Wanyo. Wanyo? Wanyo. That's right. Okay, let me move this other camera out the way. Well, actually what I should have done, let's go back here for a second. I will show you that camera's the one. This is my jug, 1 gallon jug of 1.015 salinity water. So that's what I use to, it's already pre-mixed. So I should be able to just pour that right in to this tank. Turn this camera that way. Okay. So let's do that. Get on the other side of this. And I just splash it. Pretty simple, right? So right back up. I'm gonna have to test this to see how salty this really is. Because, you know, salt, it does get salty over time if you don't thin it out. But I try to do regular water changes. It kind of helps with that. All right, so we have an empty jug there. Let's see how salty we are. I usually like to do that time so I can, you know, sure I'm not getting a contaminated sample. Oh yeah, perfect. 0.016. So we climbed 1 point. So that's not too horrible. It's actually not bad at all. These cyanodorsalis, I'm trying to think of what the word is called. Basically, from what I've read, I haven't actually done this myself, but it can go rapidly from salt water to fresh water and back. They can even go like hypersalinic, which is more salinity, hypersalinity, which is more than ocean water. And what's the word? Oh, euryhaline. Euryhaline, I think is the word for that. When you can go from salt to fresh, fresh to salt, like it was nothing. These dudes seem to be pretty good at that. Some people keep them in their reef tanks. They're apparently desired for reef aquariums. Look pretty good. Awesome, stunning little fish. They're actually a stunning fish all around. I got some videos on my channel about them, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. All right, this one is the 10 gallon. All right, let me test what this is at. 4. I add salt water. 0.15, cool, perfect. Okay, I can put this back on to make sure the babies stay safe. Stay safe, babies. Clean this off and get this out of the way. Okay. So this tank, this is that cat litter old jug thingy. I think it's 2.5 gallons. Hang in there, babies. You go for a ride. It's kind of an awkward thing here, but I don't think I ever get all the water, but I get a lot of it. Almost all of it. Actually, I did get all of it. Cool. Done. Done. So now we got this empty jug too. Now, swing around. Should probably turn this light on. I'll bring the salt water. Show you this. And then I gotta find my phone. See what anybody's saying. I have my salt water in there. I think this is 20 some gallons. And it's a 40 breeder, so I have a little bit extra. More than half, I mean. So I use, just do this. Let me just show you how I do this. Let's put that there. Let's test this water. I always make sure, because I am ultra paranoid that I'm going to stick a whole batch of fresh water in this tank one of these days. So I've kind of gotten myself in the habit of testing this water before I do anything with it. I don't trust myself. Did I mix that? Yeah, I mixed it. Okay, 025, perfect. Perfect. Apparently I mixed this one well. Close. Floating on there, sometimes I get some weird floaties in there. I have a dedicated pump for my saltwater thing. I don't do anything with other than put it in this container. It's an old one from one of the old sumps that I revamped. In you go. Put the other end in the pinchy. Okay, now, there's two ways I can do this. I've done it with the pump in the past. That sometimes is a real mess and I get water everywhere. And the other time I do it is with the, just with the, it's dirty as hell. I am not going to stick it in there. I'm cleaning it. At least rinsing it. I'm gonna rinse it with some RO water. There we go. There we go. Clean. Okay. Take bucket or cup. Like all things, I have things marked off. Just get a rough idea. Mix this. 1025 salinity. Whoa. You don't want to spill it. This is actually the most tedious part. That's why I usually get behind on doing these changes. I don't know if you can see the, why am I bending like that? That's not a good idea. There's a line right there. I don't need to bend like that. Close. Real close. Maybe we're on there. A little bit more. Good. Good, good. Same with this one. Marks on the back on this one. Like a mad scientist mixing potions here, man. It's a potion up for you. Not quite. Close. And some are quasi-level. That's actually pretty good. Might leave it at that. It's got to kind of settle down. Yep, I guess it's good enough for now. Okay. Next, plug in the pump. The pump's other end is in the tank. So while that's filling, just shooting in room temperature water. I can take my jugs of RO water, bring them over here. That's actually pretty good. Let's top it off. Okay, set that down a second. Dump this in there. I might have to make some more. Well, I have RO enough. Steal it from there. Might as well. I do have another jug ready, I think. Yeah, I brought it over there already. Oh yeah, we'll be good. Can always add more water. Alright, let's give this a good swirl. Same thing with this one. Spill water all over that. Woo! Okay. Let's test. Test this one first. Don't fall. Do not fall. There's my phone over there. Ooh, a little salty. 1.6. 1.016. Which is actually kind of where it was at anyway. So, in that case, you can always, well, I don't know if I want to do that. Dump a little out. Add a little more fresh water. That might have been too much. Okay, we're good. I can hear we're getting close to the bottom there. Well, that's just because the pump's sitting out of the water, but hang on. just want to test this real quick. Oh, 1.5, perfect. Perfect. What do I do with the lid? There it is. Okay, let's do this. Let's get that out the way. Let's focus on this. Finishing this. Let's finish the water change before we go any further. Tilt this, get a little. Probably going to need to add fresh water to this. So we're probably actually might be full enough. But I'm going to use whatever I got left. Just top off with fresh water. Alright, good enough. Put this back in its thing. Whoops. Put this back over there. Okay. While I'm over here, I'm going to start the RO unit. Refilling these jugs I just emptied. So actually, that's probably not a good idea because I'm going to be running a lot of water. So it's just not going to work. So that can wait a minute, basically. Did that work the first time? Holy cow, it did. Did it? Yes, it did. Cool. Usually that likes to spin backwards a lot of times. Still a little low. This Seachem Tidal thingy has like a surface skimmer that when the water starts to get low, it makes that noise. All right, let me find my chat. Here we go. Sorry guys, I've been ignoring you all. Aquarium Daily, good morning. Nightbot, good morning. Big Tank Hank, what's going on, man? Brig Shrimpin', good morning. Paul Sotero, what's up? Yellowstone Aquatics, good morning. Am I allowed to stream unsupervised? Apparently not. Okay. Any questions? Did I miss anything? Just ordered some botanicals from KJE. Right on. Hopefully use that code for save yourself some money. Or stretch your buck, whatever you want to do. Okay, what am I doing? Let's get this power cord out the way. Alright. That's chugging. Oh, we gotta test this one. So let me make sure that this is where we want it. Guess I can test what the saltwater tank's at too. .015. Look at that. Right on. Almost like I did this. Calibrated this. Gotten close. Apparently what I'm doing is kind of working. I don't know what happened there. It must not have been level when I did that one. But it wasn't even that crazy out of whack. Alright, so now we're good to go for the next time. Let's put these back over there. Over here. And we'll test the saltwater tank, see where this is at. I don't know why I got the song in my head. Yes, that's an oldie. ABBA. Take a chance on me. 0.06 or 026. 026, a little high, so I just add a little fresh water. I think if I top this off, we'll be good to go. Bring it back down. But 026 is not bad for a few moments to let them kind of. I'm sure that ocean fish can. I don't know about like extreme swings, but I think the 0.02 or 0.001 to 2 swing is probably acceptable. Then just dump the rest of this little dregs of water out. Okay. I guess I could show this. I mean, I know I've done this and I need to do it, but you guys are with me on my water change day, so you get to do what I want to do. Okay. crazy messy area here. My bucket of salt. I don't know how much of this you can see. I should probably get my camera or my phone. Get this stupid thing out of my way. Okay, what are we looking at? Looking at my water heater. My dirty basement. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Okay. Salt. This is 2 cups. Cup and a half. Cup and 3/4. Sarah J. Sieber, the Savannah Daughter. Good morning, good morning. Silver Creek, good morning. What the 2 jugs of RO and salt water mix is for? You missed it? Oh, that was for make my brackish water. The salt water I keep is 1.025, which is 4 of these scoops. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let me put the lid back on that. Yeah. So yeah, and I mix my 1.025 salt water with some RO water in that jug. I put the salt water up to that level and then mix the rest of it. I dilute it, basically. I'm diluting the salt water till it becomes the desired salinity for the brackish tanks, which is usually around 1.015. So 10 points or whatever, I don't know. I don't know how you even quantify that. 0.010 parts per million less for salt or brackish. Okay. That is, let me set this over here for now. Salt water's in there. This is where I store my fresh Rhody. My reverse osmosis RODI. And every time I use this, I like to see where we're at. So let me grab my TDS meter. I think it was started to creep up, so I think I might have to change some of the filters soon. We are at 2 total dissolved solids. That's not incredible bad. When it starts getting up around 4, that's when it starts 4 or 5-ish. That's when I think about changing the filters. I can live with 2. Ideally, you want none, but whatever. Things happen. So this is another pump, yet alone, that I had laying around that I completely dedicated for. What is plugged into this? This is the one. Let's go. And then it's just dedicated for the fresh RODI water. When I fill this up, guess where? Guess where I fill this up to? A line that I marked. Oh, this is so complicated. Actually, there were 2 lines because I started doing the brackish thing. So this is the line I go to. Fill it up. And use the water pressure to stir in the salt a little. And then what I do is after, I don't know if you can see it. You might be able to see it. Let me move over here a little. Yeah, you can kind of see it. This little white thing here is a float valve that is actually hooked into the reverse osmosis system. So I just have to turn the RO on and it'll fill this thing up over however many hours. I think this is like 30 some gallons. This is 20 some gallons. Takes a good couple hours to fill it. So the reverse osmosis unit I have is like a 50 gallon per day unit. So figure if I'm doing 30 gallons, that's going to take a good portion of the day, like probably 16 hours or something like that. But I don't actually ever empty this thing entirely. It gets low, but it doesn't ever get empty. So probably, yeah, maybe half a day. Was that 12 hours to fill it all the way up? Then I have the 2 jugs that I just emptied, so that's going to be another couple hours, like an hour for those. I was thinking about getting a bigger unit. I'm actually due to get another unit because, believe it or not, the housing on my unit cracked. I don't even know. I can show you that in a sec. Just let me finish this. Getting close. I like to make sure we're there. Ooh. And yep. Maybe. Feel like we were a little light on that one. All right, fine. Enough. Let's put this plug back in. Take this out. Put this back in its little bucket over here. Hidden away. Okay. The lid on this so we don't get any dust, contamination, or cats in here. Whoops. Okay, yeah, that's good. Big old trusty stir stick, which is just a 2-foot stick of PVC. Mix it up like a cauldron. We'll let that go for a little while. Here, I'll show you what I was talking about. Again. Let's see. Come on, you. Okay. My reverse osmosis unit, right? This is where the water comes in from the supply. Black, right? Comes into this pressure fitting, whatever, typical thing, and then goes into the first sediment filter, right? Well, where this housing meets, there's a crack in here. It's like so small you can't even see it, but water does weep out of here, and it weeps out right where this, and this is all just one big piece of plastic, right? So there's nothing I can do about that except for replace this whole housing unit, which is connected to this one, which is connected to that one. So ideally, I think I need a new unit. It doesn't leak incredibly hard, but if I leave it on for a day, I'll start to get a puddle down there. I was like, where is all this water coming from? Took me forever to figure that out. All right, let's get out of this corner, and I will, whoa! I will put the lid back on that thing. I didn't test what it was at, but I will test it later. I'll need to let it mix in a little more, I think. It takes a little while for that salt sometime to settle. Come back in like an hour, check it. Okay, phone. Let me get to my phone. Okay, so saltwater tanks have been done. Uh-oh. You didn't see anything since I moved the camera. I must have pulled it out. Sorry. Hang on. How comes I didn't get that notification that went offline? Oh, maybe because I have my desktop audio muted. That's why. Yeah, you don't need to see that. What are we looking at? Like half of my beard? Sorry. I didn't realize. Anyway. I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but... Okay, let's switch cameras. Yeah, sorry guys. You need me. You need Fishymon. I think my camera froze to highlight the grays. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay. Sorry. I guess I should pay more attention to chat. Okay, yeah. Well, you heard what I was saying, so I guess you can kind of get the idea. I can show you again, I guess. Well, maybe. Let me see if I can get that camera working. Last time, it was weird. Properties. That actually is the problem. Oops. Hang on a second. There's a blank screen, right? Yep. Oh, where are we? Down a camera again. It's gonna suck. No, I didn't open it. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this video, so hang on. Can't configure anything. Bolt. Activate. Here, let me. Oh, okay, wait, there it came back. Cool. Now, let's go back to custom. Why would it go into 3K? Or 3K, 4K. Interesting. I can get a default signal through it. Well, let me fix that real quick then. Very strange. Sorry guys, bear with me. I wonder, I know the problem is in, what do you call it? Pretty sure it's OBS that's doing, causes this issue. So I guess I'm just going to set it to the default device. Okay, but for some reason we're going to have like, I don't even know what resolution this is coming through in. And it's actually coming through like quite smaller than normal. I have no idea. But this is the only way I can get it to work, so whatever. 64 by 48, is that what it's coming through at? Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Might have to try and reconnect it. Anyway. Or we're just going to use the one camera. How about that? This is what happens when Kirk is not here. Exactly. Kirk, where are you, man? I'm helpless without you. Alright, whatever. Let's move on. Well, this one's a little bit... You know what? This is the thing I hate about this stupid freaking... The other Logitech webcam, the freaking cable is actually attached to the camera, like physically attached. Where this one just has a USB-C connection that like is obviously loose. So anytime you move the cable, you're moving the connection. Which is why I keep locking it up, because it loses signal. I should get a better camera for streaming, I guess. Even though this is considered a streaming camera. Guess it's meant to be stationary. So, therein lies the rub. The other one works great. This one, not so much. Oh wait, I got it working again. Yay. Now I got everything all whacked out. Got it working. Except I screwed up like the resolution, so hang on a sec, guys. I made it like 16 times bigger than it was. Okay. Okay. I think we got it. Use an old cell phone, yeah. Probably should if I had an old cell phone. Okay, let's go back over here. This is what I was talking about. Are you still with me? Make sure. Okay. This is where the fresh water comes in. And around this, and it comes into this housing through this pressure fitting. It's right there. But the housing is cracked somewhere right around here. So water weeps out when I use it. That's all I was saying. Use an old cell phone. I should. I should. Alright. Anyway, moving on. I got a lot of water tanks to do yet. So, salt water's done. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Salt water's done. Salt water's reset. I got this in my mind. All the brackish stuff is done. Good to go. Okay. More tanks. Let us begin. I guess. Let us start with like buckets of water sitting all over the place, or rocks, not water. This is all the lava rock from that old 75. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with it. Got my trusty adapter on this because these blind cave, this is my blind cave Tetra tank. There's also red and blue Colombian Tetras in here, and they will swim up that tube without a doubt. Absolutely. Crown and tail half moon. Good morning. And good morning, Geeboy. By the way, he never contacted me about the Python adapter. So, if you still want it, send me an email. I was making these. I still have the bucket here. This one's like a fine mesh with no teeth. This one is a fine mesh with the teeth. And I have some blank ones. And I can swap out any of the meshes, fine, medium, large. Or put them in the blanks. Other than that, yeah, let me know. I wanted it to go to Patty. Okay, I can do that. I'll have to get with Patty. Good morning. Man, is it hot in here. How much snow did we get? We only got like, it was like a couple inches, and it turned to rain, so it got all slushy and gooey. But my job site was, we already discussed yesterday, if it even, unless for some miracle it was bone dry out, they weren't doing anything, because they're getting close to the part where they're almost done with the site. So they're trying to pave, and anything that happens on the site is just going to move backwards in the rain. You know, can't prep a lot of the pave work while it's wet. So yeah, we got like I don't know, it was a couple inches, maybe a little more, but then by the time in the morning it had gone, a lot of it had gone away because it was, so that didn't come off the glass, didn't get sucked in. I see them still there. They must have just like protected themselves. Interesting. That Aiptasia, man, it's pretty tricky. Pretty tricky. Where are we at? We're kind of far away here. I guess we need to get closer. Probably bring this down a little since we don't need to be that high in the realm of possibilities. Now this tank has been going through, as we all know, algae issues. Like all my tanks, right? There's just so much stuff on the way. Let me get this bucket of rocks out of here. And it's been getting better though, because I have added like I got an order of plants not too long ago from KJE, and a lot of Anubias. Stuck it in this tank. I've also been adding more and more. Some Buse I've added in there. Some Crips. So I had a blackbeard algae problem on the rocks. I used peroxide to kill a lot of that. And then after the peroxide and the algae, blackbeard algae started dying off, I had a green hair algae problem. Uh, I've been trying to stay up on the water changes. I have adding more plants. And I've noticed that the green hair algae is not as bad anymore. That's kind of what my point is. So maybe I'm winning the battle. We take inches in this game, okay? What's this thing called? Snow, says Paul. Yeah, I wish I didn't know. Sweetscape, that's an amazing setup. Thank you, Depleco Tank. Yeah, this is I have a build on my channel about this. This is it's called my blind cave tetra tank and build or something like that. And yeah, I used Sculpey clay to kind of form the columns that are holding it up. I mean, basically, I'll go through like the gist of it while we're changing the water and looking at it. But there's three main columns. There's that column, that one, and then one on the back. Those are actually what support the whole thing up. Those are stainless steel rods that are covered in that Sculpey modeling clay stuff, and it kind of made it look like it was a stalagmite stalactite joining. And then I fired them in their own container by themselves, all three of them. I had made a bunch of little like stalagmite stalactite looking things, fired them off on their own, and then what the whole thing is like a piece of like the tile backer board stuff that was rinsed really well, because there's a lot of lime in it when you first get it, so you gotta like clean it really well. But once it's cleaned, it's pretty much inert. I did seal it with Drylock paint just to make sure, and then I put aquarium or pond safe expansion foam stuff and then kind of modeled like underneath. Maybe I can show that to you. We'd have to get a little bit lower, so hang on. Go for a ride. But yeah, the expansion foam stuff or the pond foam underneath kind of like formed a little cave like roof essentially, and stuck the stalactites. I don't know if you could see any of that, kinda. I stuck the stalactites in the foam when it was still curing. I had already bolted the threaded and bolted the rods back in so that they were, you know, one end of the rod was flat because I knew it was going on the ground. The other end was, you know, had a thread so I could bolt it to the backer board. And then I created the ceiling with the foam, and I created a lip on the top for the foam to set like rocks and gravel. And then I painted it all with Drylock and added some tint to the Drylock and kind of give it then some Dragonstone in the back there. I'm not even done with the Dragonstone yet. Speaking of that, while we're down here, good call, man. You just reminded me I have Dragonstone sitting here waiting to go in this tank. And I got to get it in this tank because my stupid dog keeps drinking the water in this bucket, and it's grossing me out. So yeah, maybe we'll do that while we're right here and the water's getting low. Yeah, I like it. All right, where's my phone? Okay, while you're down there, yeah, while I'm down here. Style, don't compare to Ed's stalactite. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ed Tabs Aqua Pets, good morning. Or afternoon. Or as Fishy Mom would say, good day, Debbie. Thought it was Knuckles. Everything is always in Knuckles. What did I say? Inches. Inches, Knuckles. Yeah. Some days. Alright, yeah, oh yeah, while we're here, waiting for that, I need to deal with some worms. And I probably need to set up for some brine shrimp too. Alright, let me bring my phone with me so I can see chat. Nancy B in Tennessee. Glad my dog isn't the only one. Fresh water in his bowl and not interested. Yep, he wants tank water in a bucket. Luckily, it was just like fresh water that was in there. These are my Grindel worms. I just kind of mix this one up, so this one's kind of like on life support. I bought a new thing of whatever this stuff is. Extreme bottom wafers. These are smaller than the old ones. That's the first thing I noticed. I'm sure the weight's the same, but they're just smaller pellets. I didn't even check that. I probably should check that. Actually, I can't check it anymore because I threw the old one out. My nose is itching like crazy. Feeding the worms. Feeding the worms. This one, I believe these were the ones that were on life support. Yep. Still springing back. And there's still food in there. I do see worms on the food, so that's a good sign. So I'll just leave that alone. This one probably. Yeah, actually. This one needs some food. Okay. Now that I got worm fingers. Stinks. I have my black worms in this thing. It's basically a 2.5 gallon tank with an inch of gravel or so. And I feed it these algae wafers. Mini algae wafers. And there's salvinia floating in here, a bunch of algae that kind of soak up extra nutrients. The ever-present pond snails that sometimes get out of control. I gotta clean this. Get too much algae. Do that because wafers get stuck in the salvinia. Okay. Close this all up. Goes there. That goes there. Let me grab this. This is my brine shrimp. And my hatchery is already full of brine water, so I just need to fill it. And this actually works out pretty well. And then tomorrow night I will feed it. That'll be what, Wednesday? Yeah. Okay. Worms taken care of. Fish tank almost drained. Hands need to get washed. So hang on. Will you name those plants sometime? I hate stupid people. Good morning. I'm not sure what you mean. Get some Gara rufa and move them to the tanks of the BBA. Leave them alone for a couple weeks. Okay. Paul, this tank has Gara spilota in it. So, and they've been in there since the beginning. That's the other thing in the tank. Gara spilota. They're not rufas, but they're spilotas. And, yeah. I do think they have helped, but, you know, it's not the end-all be-all. Actually, are they still in there? There used to be. I know I saw them last night. Oh, yeah, there was one right there. There's a bunch of blackbeard algae still kind of like, everything on the bottom there is actually loose, stuff that's fallen off. But it's really hard to get under there to clean it. So, design flaw. I should probably put a power head in there. That would help. But, you know, Victor Coco, what's going on? Will you name those plants sometime in this tank? Sure. I will try, anyway. Let me see if I can get closer. I basically have a bunch of What am I stuck on? Hold on a second. Stuck on something, and we shouldn't be stuck on anything because... Ah! There we go. Okay. It's a crypt. Different kinds of Anubias. Other crypts. Some, what do you call them? Buse. Lots of algae. Lots of hair algae. I believe this is a green temple plant. What is that stuff called? Hygrophila? Is that what it is? Hygrophila? I don't remember. Lots of algae. And some just general Anubias. I'm not actually sure what kind. Nana Petite, I think, is in here as well. Some Rotala, or I don't know. I'm not good with plant names. Sorry. That's about as good as I can do, and a lot of black-beard algae for you. Okay. I think we are probably good enough on the water change here, because I don't want to get too much lower, because then it starts putting air underneath the structure. And I don't want air underneath the structure. So I'm going to move this to the goldfish tank / red Gara. Those are the rufas in there. Start that tank draining. I also have one Gara that's in the red Gara that's in quarantine. He wasn't doing so hot. He was spinning. Then yesterday it looked like he was better. I kept up on the meds. I decided to medicate. And last night it looked like he stopped spinning, but this morning he's spinning again, so I don't know, maybe he was just exhausted. Okay, let's put these rocks in the tank if we can. I can do that while you guys are hanging out. I have two kinds. I kind of want to do it on the other side, so I'm not sure how the hell I'm going to get over there. Let me set these over for now. Let me move this camera because I think this is in my way. Let's go over here. Alright. Let me see what you're saying. Put this up here. Thanks for the plant ideas. Yeah, no problem, man. Do you gut load your brine with spirulina before you? No, I don't. That's not a bad idea, though. And I have noticed that apparently in my brackish tank, the brine shrimp live just fine. So I could probably start a colony. Just grow them out in like a tank and feed them there. Not grow them out, but you know what I mean. Hatch them out in there. Okay, can I do this responsibly? Alright, let's get this glass lid out of the way. Okay. There's way too much stuff down here. This is like, I don't ever go in this corner. This is where my catch-all. But I do have plenty of spirulina and stuff, so I probably should gut load. Hey, what's going on here? Anubias is falling off the cliff here. Let's put you back on. Stick you under there. Okay. Rock. Rock me. Oof. Alright, I'm hitting something. What am I hitting? This is just that. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back up this way. Come back that way. Just trying to stand these up a little bit. I'm not going crazy. I can't even reach this. Not that tall. I mean, not tall enough for that. Let's put it that way. If I could get that all the way in, that would actually be really cool. Mm. It's not bad. I can't reach anymore though. Unless I get a step stool, and I can't get a step stool where I'm at right now. Look at this. As soon as I put this on the water, it's like the dirtiest thing. Even though I've rinsed it a million times. This rock to push that rock. There we go. Yes. Look at that. Straighten this guy back out. Try and line him up a little bit better. I don't know if this is like the greatest look in the world, but whatever. We clearly need more rocks. Wow, that one's like really far forward. I didn't realize that. Get back. Probably should have just before the water's done changing the water. Can stir up all sorts of stuff. Oh well, I'm gonna add a bunch of fresh water in. Alright, not horrible, not the greatest. I might have to get in here. Do I have an aquascaping tool? This might work because it's got like rock's got like nooks and crannies. I'm sure these cave tetras are used to this. I'm sure anything that stirs up the bottom of a cave, pond, pool is probably really silty. Knock that over. Stand you back up. Come on now. I would assume, I don't know. And again, these guys probably never saw a cave in their life. They're probably hatched in a tank. Actually, I'm cool with that. Stick this. Until I get more dragonstone. That'll do. That'll do. Ooh! Get out of the way. Alright. Where's our text-to-speech helper? Yeah, really. What's up, Rob A? Good morning. Sorry if I missed anyone. I believe I might sneeze. Yeah, hit that like button, people. Helps me out, helps you out. And if you haven't subbed, do that too. We'll all be here together. One big happy family. There's the goldfish. What I should be doing is cleaning the glass. This is a 75. It's got 4 feeder goldfish that I bought for like whatever, $1. I think it was $1 for 5 or something like that, maybe. One of them died like the first week. Oh, this is the worst. This green spot algae that forms in this tank is the worst. Gets on everything. And I keep killing the light load, man. I don't know how much lower it can go. I guess it can always go lower if I'm growing this much algae. Maybe I should put some ferts in here. I don't know. The only thing in here growing is this Anubias and some crinums. And green spot algae. Please hit the like. Yeah, it's just you know. You know, it probably looks like I'm doing nothing, but man. Whoops. Oh. Oh. Gotta switch arms. Not a practice. I'm sure there's a ton of comments happening right now about this. Ooh. I have to get in there with like a razor blade or something. It does come off, it just takes a freaking long time. And it's quite exhausting, actually. Oh. No, come back. Okay. Uh-oh, uh-oh. We've hit the part where the power head starts gurgling. It's time to switch to another tank. Here. Let's do these guys. This is the Denison barbs. I just moved these guys on Sunday. I guess it can't hurt. Do a little bit of a water change. Whoops. That's right. I don't want to disturb that too much. Because that one log still wants to float. After how long has it been? Okay. Let me finish cleaning this glass. Watch out, bullies. So, if anybody knows any ideas about green spot algae, I'd love to hear it. It's only certain tanks that get it. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the light. This one's got one of those like Phoenix, whatever they are. Stingrays? No, not stingrays. Whatever not the good one is, the 24/7, I can't remember. The one that Co-op sells. I think that's where I got this one, actually. Actually, I don't know if I got it from there. I might have got it on Amazon. But same idea. You notice that hitting it at an angle like this. You gotta hit it at an angle. We're almost there, baby. Come on. Oh. All right. Enough. That's enough. Okay. Damn it, I just did what I thought I did. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's swap those around. Alright, let's turn this one on. Down there. Let's check the chat. Yes, these are 75s, Paul. Yep. Clean that glass like it owes me money. I need me a python, so tired of buckets. Yeah, trust me, man. Oh, sounds like a beat track from a porn. Yup. Oh, man. I'm like really warm now. Where's that Texas me? Okay, we're already there. Yeah, the morning workout. There you go, Paul. Oh, was that Mel? Yeah. Gave up on the magnetic skirters, used the green scrub pads. Yeah. It's not so bad if you stay up on it. Like some of my stuff, like it works great on like a lot of the other stuff that happens, like that red cyanobacteria stuff that was going on in that other tank. Some of just other basic algae, like on the 55 here when I do that one. You'll see. I'm gonna see him come out of that. That was cool. He swam like outside, like he just swam through and came out of the hole in the ship. It's a little goofball. All right, let me move over here. You probably a little too. I could bring you closer. I moved the angels into this tank and the Denison barbs and the black ghost knife in here. I saw the black ghost knife out last night. He's doing good. Everybody was eating. Chance Laurelson. I use that scraper attachment. It works great for green spot algae. That just sucks. Green spot algae just sucks, yeah. Yeah, it's true. The co-op scrubbers on the green, are you talking about like those little melamine things? Like the, basically they're magic erasers, right? I think that's what they are. It's Sunday already? Good morning, Peplin. Yup. You overslept. You missed the entire week. Oh, doing a little pop-up today. It's water changes. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I did my water changes last week. Could be wrong about that. I only did a handful of them. So I'm going to do the rest. I don't think I'm going to do a big water change on this one because I did just change a lot of this water on Sunday. So I think maybe we'll call that one done real soon. We'll go over here. And I will use this to top off the RO, or the saltwater tank. Whoops. Splashing water all over myself. Okay. This can go over with the empty RO jug, so I know to fill them up after we're done running all this water. Okay. I'll let that go for one more minute while I get the scrubby and just clean this glass real quick. You can hear that pump like struggling over there. Well, it's like half out of the water. Hey guys! Watch your faces. I put the fire mouse in here. Man, was that a good idea. First of all, they started really coloring up. Second of all, let's go down here. Get down here. Get down here. They kind of just like blended in perfectly with the geos. Like it's almost hard to tell where the fire mouse are. There's two right there. There's the other one. There's he there too. There's a third one around here somewhere. I almost have to look for like the little spot they have on there. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, like that. Well, this one's like a little more colored up, but the other two, there's the other one. I can't even see it. Where the heck is he? Keep moving around. Anyway, instead of hiding all the time, which they were in the 10, which makes sense. I mean, they were threatened, not enough space. I think it's kind of cool that it just came out and just became like part of the clan. And didn't even miss a beat. The, what do you call them? Festivums, they don't seem to bother anybody anymore since I took the angels out. So, Considering this a win here. What the heck did I just do? Get over here. Look out. This is like just that regular old whatever. I guess some of it gets a little thicker, the green spot, but this is mostly just regular old in your face algae. Now, I come back through and I clean the outside of the glass once I'm done doing all this stuff. Like, usually when I feed the tank later, maybe. A lot of times I don't feed the tank on the days I do water changes. But I didn't feed them yesterday, so I probably will feed them today. Okay. That's enough water out of that tank. Now this tank, because there's the geos in here, pumps really love to work in half hot water. I was wondering for the impellers. Actually, it's kind of all in the water, it's just sucking a lot of air. So, we'll be alright. Playing hooky today? Yeah, pretty much. It's been one of those snowy, rainy days, so the job site's not running. All I got to do is paperwork, which I'll get it done eventually. Yeah, I want to. The reason why I'm letting that pump run half out of water, I guess, if you want to call it that, it's not even out of water, but is because I need to get this. Damn it! No, hang on. This lid is gonna fall in. That plant's gonna go up the tube. I don't want that plant to go up the tube. There we go. Is because I need to finish draining this tank before I can start filling. Then I can set the siphon to just siphon. I don't need to run the water. This tank needs the water run because it's below the sink. So I actually need the siphon. So maybe I should have did this one first. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this a little bit. This one I did a water change on Sunday too. So I'm not going to get too crazy. I didn't clean the algae on Sunday, so I'm just going to try and do a little bit on the glass, that is. We sprayed this with, remember that? Peroxide on Sunday. We hit a lot of this, what do you call it, driftwood, this rock and that driftwood over there, and you can kind of see how this is starting to turn orangish. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Maybe, maybe not. But this is definitely turning a different color than the untouched, which makes obvious sense, right? We did kill it. Alright, I'm going to put this attachment on this for a minute because I don't need to suck any more mold. As a matter of fact, I just need to make sure I clean this out of the mold we did suck up. Okay. Alright, well while that's draining a little bit, I can start bringing over this hose. And I can put this right here. Hear that? Tis nothing. Tis nothing. I use a pump when I need the gravel back. A bucket and pump it from there, yeah. Water's a bit more of an issue out here in the west, yeah. So wasting it's frowned upon. Yeah, I can see that. filtering to that. All right, I'm aerating the water. Yeah, it's not, I mean, really, look at this. It's not that bad. Come on. First of all, the whole thing's like in the water. There's not a little bit sticking out and just sucking a little bit of air. Sure, it sounds like hell, but I don't think it's hurting the impeller. Maybe it's working a little harder because it's got to push air. I call it the self-cleaning mode. But I will move. Whoa! Sorry. There was a leaf stuck on the impeller though. Okay. My headset died. It is now, should be back online. Is my back online? Everyone can hear me? Cool. I don't know if I can go in here. An hour and 20 minutes. Patty left her glasses in the calling card. Well, good morning, Patty, if you were here. Sorry I missed you. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, those is Patty glasses. I see what you're saying. No, these are my glasses. These are mine. It's my readers. Some of my readers. I have multiple pairs because I apparently always set them down and forget where I put them. All right. While that is starting there, I am going to move this over there. And I'm going to turn off the sump for the 125. Both the pumps. Okay, well that's draining a second. I am going to grab the extra long python. This is courtesy of Fishimon. He gave this to me because he had the 90. He bought this big long python. Python, big python. As compared to little python, or this is the standard python, right? Compare pythons. This one's bigger. Okay, guess I can put the teeth on this. Can't hurt. And get yourself some quick disconnects, people. This stuff makes like life easy, right? Boom, done. That one's off. Boom, boom. This one's on. Let me stick this in this tank over here. Start draining some of this water. It's the 125. I will stick this big stick in there. Python. Get it deep enough. There we go. Close that little so nobody gets the idea they want to take a ride. Okay. Back over here. Okay, here the water siphon is now complete, so I will turn this off. I usually do save water, Geek Boy, when I'm doing this off camera, because I don't care how long it takes to drain some of these tanks. I just let them go until they get to where they need, so I'm not running the siphon all the time. I really do try to only use the siphon on the ones that need it, or the small tanks. So, yeah. But since I was on stream trying to get this done in like a relatively, not take all freaking week, figured I'd big one with the pump on it. Gotta love it. My MTS has gotten out of hand. Need some assassins. Yep. Gain old age great. Yeah, exactly. Everyone is shocked. Fishimon thought he needed a longer one. The one with the pump at the end of it. Yep. All right, let's get some water in here. Are we even looking at this tank? No, we're down. We were down. Got rocks over here. Look at that. It stopped making that noise immediately. There is also a canister filter that I changed like I clean out like once a year, whatever. It's kind of just trickling. The only thing that's in the canister filter is just that ceramic media balls. I don't even think there's not even a sponge in there. Just ceramic media balls, straight top to bottom. Strictly for, I guess, biological filtration. Whatever mechanical gets stuck in the mass. It's one of those old Eheims. On the side there, I can show it to you. It's one of these old. Whoops. Oh my god. Let me guess. Did I just pull the cord out? Oh my god. Probably. I'd be surprised if I didn't pull the cord out on that one. No? No, I think we're good. Wow. Anyway, it's there sitting on the floor. That's an old Eheim thingy. Canister filter. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright. So the 125 is draining. Cool. Still good. This is filling. This is where it gets dangerous. Like, I gotta make sure I pay attention. You know how many times I've overfilled the tank and just water starts cascading somewhere? Like, no, what is wrong with you? But once the 125 is done, then all the big tanks, quote unquote, are done. Everything else is 40 gallons or less, I guess. 33 gallons or less. 33 gallons or less, because we already did the saltwater tank, which is a 40. Oh yeah, what else is in this tank? This tank is got the Gara Rufus. Though I'm down to currently 2 in this tank. I had 5. I found 1 dead on the floor and 1's in quarantine. So yeah, there's 2 in this tank. Need to get more of them. Actually, I really like those fish. Maybe I'll get some of the pandas. Pretty sure pandas and rufas would get along. They seem like they'd be cool. There is also white cloud minnows and the goldfish. I think there's a hill stream loach in here somewhere. I see them every once in a while. But the white clouds, they're the golden variety, and I think there's one of the what's the standard? 2. There's 2 of them standard ones. I don't remember how many are left. Only 1. I think I'm only seeing 1. Oh, there's also rainbow darters in there. Don't forget the rainbow darters. Yeah. They make these neat little alarms you can hang on the sides that will beep like crazy when water hit. You should look them up. Yeah, I have one. I know, but the problem is that neat little alarm that hangs on the side is not usually big enough to fit on the over the rim of a traditional lipped Aqueon tank. One of these things are called liquid level sensors, I think. So basically when the probes hit the water, they beep. But however, it doesn't sit on the edge. You'd almost have to like lay it like flat. I guess this would work. But then the water would be pretty high. Or I'd have to bend one. I should probably just get one and just bend it. Maybe they make, I'm sure they make bigger ones. For like pots and stuff. Totally not annoying. But I use this when I fill up my jugs of RO. I put this in the lid so that I know when the jug is full and to switch it. Love it. I did use it on some small tanks. Oh, speaking of overfilling tanks. Yeah. How funny would that have been? Okay. Let's close these lids before I find another gar on the floor. Yeah, they gotta put the, I'm filling this tank right now. So I gotta put the glass lid back on it. Cool. That works, right? Yeah. It would be super hard to alligator clip some long wires into that. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. And I'm not sure how well that would. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you could solder something on too, maybe. Nightbot is so violent. Once you hit the like, damn it, you will like this. Don't defy Nightbot, okay? So much for the eardrums. Ah, sorry, Scotty. Do what Terry does and just listen for the water splashing on the floor. Yep, there's that. That is definitely get you up and moving. Ah, Debbie's Aquapets. Oh, I'm like, what is beeping now? This is my, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Temperature thingy. Inkbird temp controller saying that the water's cold. And it's cold because I'm doing a water change. 70, it's below 73. Maybe I should turn up the, I don't think that's too incredibly cold in the short term because it heats right back up. But it is winter, so maybe I should adjust this a little on the warmer side. We're not jacking in such cold water. But it was like, it's set at like 69 or 68 or something like that, so I can't imagine it's coming in. Maybe turn it up to 70. Screeching of kids is the best alarm of them all. Inkbird, yes, thank you. Indeed. Indeed. Oh shit. My pumps are kicking back on the sump over here. So let's kick that back off. There we go. Have no fear, that just drains the sump a little bit. Deal. I've heard the water stop moving over here, so now I gotta pay attention. Excuse me. Got the hiccups. Everybody seems to be doing all right in the salt water. I always worry about that thing sometimes, you know. It's good to check on things. Definitely. Yeah, I use these Higer pumps for my sumps, and they have like a feed button on them that shuts them off. I think for 10 minutes is what it's off. Geek Boy knows the sound of Inkbirds all too well. Been hearing it too much lately from my old 236 tank. Uh-oh. Just from doing too many water changes or whatever. It's not a bad thing as long as you know what's going to happen. I probably should adjust it a little bit colder. What's the theme concept tank of the tank? Atlantis or Sunken Tomb? It's kind of just like supposed to be a cave, honestly. It's like a little hangout for the sort of the blind cave Tetris. That's the theme of this tank. But like kind of the idea was the top was like, you know, kind of like a planet tank, I guess. It's kind of shallower. It's about the depth of a 20 long, honestly. And I think it's like 10 inches or 12 inches deep. Yeah. I like it. It's cool. It was fun to build. I like looking at it. It's the camera never really does it justice in this room because there's this weird glare that always hits it, so it always, you get like a lot of reflection on the camera. But in person, it's pretty cool. Ideally, it's still seasoning out with the algae, I think. I keep adding plants up top here. I did add a lot of crypts. I think that has really helped. Seems to be less green hair algae. Blackbeard has always been here. It's actually gotten better. I don't know. Maybe we're seasoning out. I don't know. Just stay up on the water changes. How about that? We'll see what happens. I do know if I do like water changes every week on, you know, on the money, I'm pretty sure That will help. Okay. But yeah. Oh, and I also have pothos growing out of the back of the tank here. So hopefully someday that starts to root in the back there and start to look like kind of like tree roots coming in. Maybe get down deep into the cave. That would be cool. That's the that was the idea for the pothos anyway. Whether that happens or not, we'll see. Would be cool. Maybe some bamboo would be cool too. All right, let's fill this guy back up. I was trying to do a little filming last night on the Black Ghost knife. It is much better in person, says Color Guppies. Yes, you have seen it. Thank you. The Oase Biotherm shut down, and they burned out the built-in heater. Oh, yeah, yeah. Our furnace has been acting up, so the temp in the house has been low. Yeah. Yeah, that can straighten. Those 236s are, yeah, something you want to make sure you don't. Why am I hearing water? Hang on. Okay. I just started hearing it, I guess, in the sink. I don't know. Oh, that's probably because I stepped on the hose. Hey, 503, what's going on, Shanna? Good morning. Yeah, those 236 are something you don't want to get cold, really. Yeah, keep an eye on that, man. Yeah, I had a problem. I have the Oase, there was like a hang on the back. What was it, for the Keystone Clash last year? The aquascaping contest, the tanks had those Oase hang on the backs that had a built-in heater with it, right? So far, knock on wood, the heater's been working. But that hang on the back has cut off, stopped working a few times on me. So I had to get in there and fix it. It actually stopped working when we were at the competition too. I think it was ABC was like, you got to get in there and you got to get the impeller unstuck basically, whatever's sticking. You go down to 68 before I knew the filter died. Oh man. Yeah, that's one thing that's great about those Inkbirds, man. It theoretically should alert you to that. Definitely. We'll be doing that filter with the heater. Was it the hang on the back? Is that one of those? Or was it a canister? I don't know. I don't know the model you were talking about. Okay. So yeah. I got a lot more. I got a lot of tanks to change water yet. This one's almost full. Tell you what, man, I'm really digging those Denison barbs. That was such a great move. Glad I got them. Really cool looking fish. I got them at Petco, believe it or not. I picked the best ones I had. And my angels are always looking good. And Mr. G's in here somewhere. Did see him last night, so. I was doing some stuff. Check this out. This, believe it or not, is an infrared light. Works well with night vision. Spilling water everywhere. Let's move this hose. Let's go over here. Let's get out of the way. All right. This we need to save because we're going to need this soon. This can go back over here. Along with all this stuff can go back to its corner. Back to your corner. Get back to your corner. Okay. Boom. Okay. Filling. Filling. Like a villain. pants are falling down. Okay. Won't the IR light give your fish a sunburn? Probably, but it's not on at the moment. I was only having it on for when I was filming. Yeah. You hook up a surveillance camera. I have hooked that up a surveillance camera to look at this into my what do you call it? My security system. You have a job. Take the day off. Yes. It's my job is very weather dependent, so usually when the water's or the weather's crappy, I'm just doing paperwork. And after I'm done here, I'll probably go back to doing paperwork. So, yep, I have a job. Most of my stuff is on site. So, taking care of this. I figured why not go live, take care of the water changes. I was going to do this anyway, whether I was live or not. So I figured some people might want to hang out. If not, feel free to leave. Nobody's forcing you guys. But if you're here, you want to hit that like button, that'd be great. Yeah. And if you're not subbed, hit that button too. That definitely helps. All right. This is almost full. I really do want to switch this out, so I got to start thinking about either keeping on the radar maybe a used 75, maybe cheapish. Hey, guess what? It's getting cold in that tank. That one's set at 75, the beep. There's one. Not too bad. Good enough. Okay. Now we got to do the let's move those over to the 125. Oh, speaking of the 125, hang on a sec, guys. Phone is ringing. I don't know who that is. But let me turn this off. Of course, everything happens at once. Oh, it's my dentist probably calling to tell me I got an appointment. I think tomorrow? I do have an appointment tomorrow. Oops. That sucks. I forgot I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. Okay. Oh, wonder what that's for. Checkup or cleaning? Oh. Let's hope it's not a cleaning. Those are the worst. All right. Hang on. Lets me move. A little more stretchy on the hose. Okay. Okay. I guess we can swap cameras so we can see this. It's not an insignificant amount that is drained out of this tank. I'd say half would be hereish. Probably about 20%. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. Also whatever came out of the sump. I think we're good. I have the ability to turn this on. I think so. Yes. Cool. Bala sharks. Buenos Aires tetras. Some Hoplocat. There's a Sailfin Pleco. Zebra Loach. Botilla, I think. I don't know. Whatever. It's good enough. Take out the rod. Swap out this attachment. We don't need. What's his name? here. Apparently I got some sponge floating around here. Okay. Guess let's add some water. Close this middle one. Let's take this hose and we're going to go over here with it. I'm going to set up over here, start doing water changes. This gets a little tricky over here. Not tricky, but maybe tricky. As far as doing the water changes on the ones that are on the sumps here. On the other side of the room. You'll see it in a sec. Let me finish this. Moving the hose over here. Probably clean up some of this junk floating around here. I don't need the instructions for the Inkbird. EDS meter can go away. Whoa. Dude, I really gotta... Did I kill my camera? Nope. Okay, good. Everybody good? Everybody's good. Really gotta get something better than this whole system here. Stuff over here. Keep an eye on that. Patty and Eduardo won't have missed the live. Won't be happy to have missed the live. Uh-oh. Oh. She's hiding in the house. She left the glasses. Why does everybody think those are Patty's? Maybe she has the same ones. That's funny. Since Fishing Mountain isn't here, you gonna sing for us? No thank you. No thank you. Yeah, I'm not seeing her either, Jeremy, so she's not here. Either that or she's just, maybe she blocked me too. I bet Jason's wife is pissed. Why? Because I'm home? You worry. No, you worry. Oh. Alright, this is almost done. So I am going to start draining. Turn off the sumps here and let the water start settling from these tanks. Let's drink my coffee. Okay. No more coffee. Oh, I'm home with Patty's glasses. Okay. Trust me, those are mine. The reason they're in this room is because I use them to look for eggs. Because I'm blind. Or going blind. Or whatever. I can't like hold the mop up close enough to see or whatever. It's like I can't see close. So I gotta use readers. It sucks. That's like one of those weird things, man. Like when, at least like when your vision's going that way, you can kind of squint. Everything comes in focus because you force your eyeballs into focus, but there's nothing you can do to force your eyeballs into focus. Close up. You just can't do it. It like starts to bug you out. Alright, I'm going to let this overflow. The weirs. I mean, I'm gonna let it the water fill up and overflow into because there's a weir overflow. That's how this functions. Drains down below into the sumps, and once the weir overflows, it'll start filling the sump. So I'm gonna let the sump fill a little because it's almost a little. Okay, it's starting to drain. Speaking of going into the overflows. Yep, now the sump's filling a little. I'll let this go a little. I don't need to get crazy with it, but it would like to add a little more water into the sump for the whole system. Yeah, for evaporation, whatever happened. And that water bridge has been working pretty well this time around. Still knock on Wood, the siphon hasn't broken yet. Alright, I think a little bit more. Because there was a design flaw. I didn't think about it until after the fact. I'm like, oh yeah. I did think about it at one point, but I forgot to design it. And then when I built it, you know, sometimes you don't know until you know. How do you know something until you know something? You don't. You only know when you know. Okay, let's kick these on. Boom, boom, boom. Pumping, pumping, pumping. I believe we're pumping, pumping, pumping. We appear to be pumping, pumping, pumping. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. Let's take this out of here. Close this up. Let's swap cameras. Yes. Swap cameras. Jeez, if I trip over that freaking cord one more time, what in the hell is wrong with me? Pay attention, man. Cord in the middle of the floor here. Jeez, Louise, man. Break my neck. Okay. I've been what? Skipping the glasses for months, starting to get headaches. Yeah, that ain't good either. Nice haircut. Oh, somebody noticed? I did get a haircut yesterday. Still haven't shaved. I'm still like crazy wild man, but whatever. Life goes on. Okay. This tank. Let me start the water. Let me start the water changing. And get on this. Because these are on a timer as well. These are on sumps. This tank drains into that tank, which drains into the sump that's down there. I usually just do the water change on this tank. And don't, do a big enough volume water change. So I'm not really looking to clean up mold and stuff like that. Set that there for a sec. Because I believe I forgot to get the attachment off the end of this python. Yep. There we go. Should probably just make another attachment for that one. Now this is only going to stop like, the biggest idiots from swimming up here. Like everything else in this fish room, I have a mark that I know. I mark things. I put a mark on this tank where I approximate 25%. I usually try to aim for 25% water changes. Sometimes I go deeper. This one's a little bit deeper. Obviously these are all, it's like just a gauge. It's not like a rough. I have some of them marked at like 10% somewhere, but I gotta do something about all this food sitting around. We already did the brackish tanks and the saltwater tank. That happened earlier. We gotta do this rack and a bunch of 10 gallons floating around the room. So let this one drain. We're almost at the target. Let me move the footstool and the towel that's laying on the floor. Let's turn this up here. And a little bit more. A little bit more. Where's my phone? Let me grab that while we're here. Hide glasses, moving new tanks. What the heck is this? Oh, hide glasses, moving new tanks. Okay, I see. I was short-sighted since 9. Wow. Had cataracts removed recently. I'm long-sighted. Very weird. Very weird. Yeah. There you go. Alright. That's about 25-ish percentage. Go a little deeper. Because it's taking Basically, the whole volume of water around here, I think we figured was like 55-ish gallons, maybe 60 gallons, because it's a 29, a 20, and a 20. However, the sump is never entirely full, and the tanks are never entirely full. So I would say, well, just if the tanks were full, it would be, what is that, 29, that'd be what, 40, 55, 50, 50 gallons there, 20, well, 49 gallons, plus whatever's in the sump. So, yeah, about 55, 60 gallons, I'd say. Because I don't run the sumps full either. Always go deeper. Always go deeper. That's right. Whoops. Knock the thing off my rock. Get back over there. I always like to leave it like on something. Oh yeah, I'm pretty much just standing right in front of the camera too. You should not do that. Jeez. Stigma, that's what they call it. Stigmatism, yeah. Astigmatism. I think A means without stigmatism. Maybe it's stigmatism? I thought it was A with like in front of it. I could be wrong, I have the same thing, either way. That's how I am. We will be doing this tank. Does that feel cold? Let's check out the thermometer. 77? That's not cold. That's not cold. Oh. Yeah, I gotta get back on this whole breeding horse here. My Gertrude colony, man, I might need to import some fish. I got a lot of males, but my females seem to be very thin. That guy's like an old looking dude. I have a couple grown out, but they might be females. But I need some females. Mel's like, hey, no worries, Mel. Oh, snap. Let's turn the pump off. Ooh. This one just kicked on too. We're almost done doing the water change. I threw in this water lettuce a little while ago. It's actually been doing pretty well in this tank. So I think I'm going to keep it going. Yeah, man, I think there's two females. I see two there. I thought I saw another one on the other side. Should probably turn the temps down a little bit too. They're probably running a little hotter. Give everybody a break, like a winter, you know. I think I'm burning out the females too quick because it's too warm and they constantly want to breed. Let's go over this one. I've been meaning to do that. I need to get another one of those heater controllers because I've been meaning to turn this tank onto that system so I can set up something like that, like very easily. We're like, you know, pretty much just sitting down one day and like, okay, it's time for winter, and just set winter. Okay, are we pumping water here? I think we're pumping. Shut that off real quick, and we will fill up this tank. It's two tanks. This is my wall of stickers too. Look, Peplin, Foxy, bunch of these people. Skipper, Fishymon, Turn 2, Jenny Lynn, Fishymon, me, Chattanooga Ed. The list continues. Actually, some I've still added to the stickers. Rico, Daniken, Bunny Viper, Mike's Aquatic Sting, Steve P, Kaler's Aquatics, Aquatic Orange Show, Lefty. Yep. I think ABC I still have stickers of. I'll put up here. Getting there, people. Okay, where we at? Too many tanks to use an auto top off? Yeah, really. How much time it takes? You know, I actually kind of like to break this up like I do like, I'll do like this wall of tanks one day, then I'll do like the big tanks another day, salt water another day, and the brackish. I usually throw that all in with salt. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I got like the fry rack. I usually throw that in with the, when I do the fry rack, I usually do a lot of 10 gallons. There's 2 10s over there. Not really a fry rack, I wouldn't know. Okay. We are now feeding bottom tank. I don't want to put too much water into that system because it will overflow in the sump. But now that that's full, let's pump back on. I kick up a bunch of moldy stuff. Pump kicks on. That tank drains to that tank drains to the sump pumps it all back up. Same thing with this one. These are, I didn't even tell you it was in this. These are Emperor Tetras, candy cane Tetras. There's a couple blue neon gobies in here. There is a L333 Pleco in here. This tank, below it on the same system, has chili rasboras and a ton of black bar endlers, male, females, it's a colony. And then sparkling grommies are in there as well. And that's pretty much that tank. There used to be bumblebee gobies in there, but I haven't seen them in a while. So I think they might have either aged out. I had those gobies for a while. Probably 2-3 years. So they might have just aged out. This one's got Pseudomugil Gertrude in the top tank. Bunch of mono shrimp. What else is in there? There's a L333. At least I think there is. Yeah, I have seen him relatively recently. There is also a rainbow goby in here. And the tank below here has got Luminatus. Blue eye rainbows. With there's a clown pleco in there. That's pretty much it. Let's turn that one back on. Okay. Oh my god, spilling water. I think I'm on concrete down here, folks. This is why I'm down here, by the way. This is why I'm in the basement. For that very reason. Okay, the lights are not on this tank. It's probably deep enough water change on that anyway. This one's a Furcata. Furcatus. Pseudomugil Furcatus. Forktail blue eyes. Rainbows. This tank, guess what's in here? Nope, you're wrong. This one's got Celebes rainbows in here. Different kind of rainbow. They're not blue. They're not blue eyes. I don't think they're considered blue eyes. I think they're actually considered traditional rainbows. I gotta start the sump or the siphon. Sump. Siphon. I think I've been saying sump this whole time, but I'm meaning siphon. It was outside. Thank the Lord. Imagine if you had to do buckets. Yeah, this wouldn't be happening with buckets. I can guarantee you that right now. Actually, it was the invention. Alright, this is something I found very interesting. I was at the ACA this past year at the Triple Crown, whatever, in 2022, and had the privilege of getting a chance to talk with Dr. Loisel, Paul Loisel. And one of the things we were talking about is he had mentioned that he thinks one of the greatest inventions that happened in the aquarium hobby was the Python, which allowed people to scale up and ramp up fish rooms relatively easy, right? You don't have to haul buckets, you don't have to haul water. If you can get the Python working, it works both ways. Right? You can fill with the Python, you can drain with the Python. So yeah, Sketty Nonia, what's going on? Uh-oh, what happened? Uh-oh, ceiling drop? No. That sucks. Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah, that's scary. Anyway, that tank up there has Celebes rainbows and blue dream shrimp and an L333. This tank, this is a 33 long. This has various rainbow fish like traditional Melanitania, Chilotherania, Melanitania bozemanii, Chilotherania alleni, and I believe there's Iriangeas are in there, a couple of them. That's about it. I need to get some bottom feeders in here. I was having a big algae problem until I turned that light like as low as it goes and just put it on like dim mode. The crypts seem to be doing fine. All that cyanobacteria, like I was getting like a blue-green algae, that kind of went away. So, interesting theory. Garden hose and a transfer pump. Yeah, I mean, same idea. But yeah, he was saying like the Python was one of the big inventions that came along. Do I keep any Pandagars? No. I actually would like to get some. And now that I'm kind of low on those Rufas, maybe. Unless this guy pulls through, then maybe I'll get some more. I got one in a sick tank. It's down here. I was talking about this on my stream on Sunday. For anybody who doesn't know, I have a stream I do Sunday mornings. Every Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern. The easy stream. And I was talking about this guy. He's sick. He was doing like this, he just spins. Haven't fed him in a few days. I did start medicating the tank. Speaking of which, I probably should medicate the next dose for today. It's not a bad idea. I'll do that right now. But I want to finish draining this tank real quick. So I'm going to move this. To here. This tank also has my my brackish cyanodorsalis. There's pseudomugos, blue eyes. Blue eye rainbows. Let that drain for a minute. And then we'll medicate this one. Yeah, it's supposed to do... I'm just following the recommendation. I know people have their own way of doing this, but this says take one packet every day for 5 days. And then on the 6th day, you do a water change. I'm just doing the basically it's the general cure, whatever, Maricin. Hopefully that helps. I think we got, this is day 4. Tomorrow will be day 5. I have not fed him since he's been in there. So it's been 4 days without food. I don't remember if I fed his tank before I found him spinning around in there. So it might be 5 days without food. But I don't think food is his problem at the moment. If that makes any sense. Yeah, panda garas are cool. Geek said he lost one of his garas, got some kind of fungus. You'll be able to see it when Dan's video of my tanks come out. Okay, cool. What am I looking at here? Yeah, we should be above. we can start filling these tanks. That one's draining. I just like to go through and make sure things are actually working. Make sure I didn't forget to turn anything on. Nothing's overflowing. It's a good idea every once in a while. Do this one. There's two down here. This one's kind of like a little bit of a community tank. It's got Ember Tetros, Habrosus Cories, Pygmy Cories, Von Rios Tetros. This tank is just cherry shrimp. And then I got these middle tanks. That one's obviously quarantined, so I'm not dealing with that one. This one's got fry in it. This one's empty, because I just moved everybody out of it, so I can just do a water change to clean it up. And this has got the Gara, or not Gara, Geophagus in it. And I probably will do a water change on this, because these guys are relatively new. And this did have the Denison barbs on it in this tank. I did do a water change. The sponge filter should be good to go. I didn't change that. But I think these Geophagus Weinmilleri are obviously bigger fish, and I think they're putting out a bigger bioload, so I don't want it to be too much of a load. So I will do a water change on that. I'm going to have to figure out. Well, I'll do a water change on this fry system too. But I have to address this fry system. So it's just not functioning well for me. Not working. System's just not, it's not fluid. I gotta come up with a better idea. Maybe I won't. No, I'll do the water change on the. Yeah. We'll change the water. Yes. I'm gonna get my phone. So I'm gonna address chat. And I wouldn't. Never had any luck treating fish with swim bladder disease. Yeah, issues. Certainly worth a shot. I don't even know if it's swim bladder, honestly. I think it might be like neurological. Give that Gara a vape. Yeah. Definitely watching for that video. Yeah, Dan's fish video. I guess it's coming out soon, right? Usually putting videos out like weekly, not more. I think I've been seeing them. That's full. That's full. Okay. Set this here. Close this lid. And I think. Should we smooth this down the line? Uh-oh. What happened? Tripped a circuit. I don't know how and or why. How did I trip a circuit? Hang on a second. Oh, you guys can't hear me. I'm pretty sure that killed everything. No. No. I should still be streaming. I think I'm streaming. I'm still streaming. But I didn't kill the circuit. Not sure what I did. Hang on. Am I hearing water? Hold on. I gotta take the headphones off. You know what it might be? It just might be too much of a load on the heaters. Maybe. Yeah, I got too much. He's kicking on. Okay. think we should stop draining water in the 33. So we're going to stop draining water in 33. Okay. We have a low temp alarm going off somewhere, so give me a sec. Emergency! Danger, danger, danger. Well, at least I managed to have my computer on a whole separate circuit this time, because that would have killed everything. Oh, I think we just tripped the circuit again. Okay. Let me grab my flashlight and make sure we are not actually getting anything wet. Where the hell is it? Right here. And this center rack should still be functioning too, because this is on a different circuit. Okay. Sure, nothing's getting wet. Seeing any water there. Seeing any water here. Huh. Must be just the draw on the heaters. Too many heaters kicking on, yeah. Okay, now we know why I do this on different, what do you call it? Different days. Spread out the load. And do Jason come with stickers? He's adorable. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, let me see. I don't see any water coming over there. Anything over here that would be tripping anything off? Flashlight's dead. Hang on, I gotta get a better flashlight. Be right back. Okay, back. Oh, I forgot to grab water. Okay, anything over here? Nope, everything's dry here. Dry. Ow, that was my head. That's all dry. Is that dry? Let's make sure. Yes, nothing's leaking. Nothing's touching that. Yeah, I think that's just what it is, man. I think it's just the load on the circuit. If there is water, it would be coming down here. And honestly, sometimes if I'm not paying attention, one of these sumps will overflow. Like when I turn the water off for water changes, if I had recently filled it, sometimes it, like, you know. I'm not seeing anything. So maybe we should contemplate this tree of woe. There. I think I'm gonna kick it on, kick off the pumps. So let's turn you off, put you in feed mode, put you in feed mode, whoops, put you in feed mode. Put you in feed mode, whoops, feed, feed, okay. Shut that thing up. Shut up! Shut up! Turn off the lights. Off. 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 Any other light that I can turn off, I'm going to turn off. Oh, there goes the circuit. Is it off? That's off. Okay. Okay. Can we shed load? Gotcha. I can unplug this here. Ouch. Okay, this is actually like the first time this has ever happened to me. At least on this level. I mean, I've tripped a circuit before, but nothing like, because of the heaters. Let's put it that way. I guess maybe I'm pumping too cold water in there. Whoa. Just fell on my ass. Okay. This is pumping. That one's pumping. Okay, those heaters are on, those heaters are on. That's on their own circuit. Yes, that's on, that's on. Okay, so these two tanks are not on that circuit anymore. We'll get through this, guys. Those top tanks, I'm sure, will be fine. I could probably even unplug this whole setup back here. What's up, Nano Aquarium guy? You know, I mean, honestly, the only, wow, where's the voice in my head? I don't know, where is he? Is he backstage? Dun dun dun, what time is it? He's probably on his way to work. Jesus, wow, man, we've been going a while, almost 3 hours. Yeah, well, I guess I'm just trying to get the circuit back on at the moment. The beautiful thing about this is, even though the heater stopped working and the pump stopped working and the lights turned off, most of my fish room is on a linear piston pump, which is on a completely separate circuit. So there is still water moving. So there's filtration happening in a lot of these tanks. The ones that's not happening in are the salt water and the 125. Everything else has a sponge filter in it. So the only thing that's not happening is the tank isn't getting heat. But the room is rather warm. So if I just do nothing for a while, it would probably warm up and be fine. So now that I know it's not like, you know, something's not getting wet, it's just that there's too much power being drawn because of the heaters. I'll try and turn this on real quick. All right. I'm going to turn off the lights. Trying to turn off all the lights. Apparently those Hygger lights like to come back on. If this doesn't work, we're going to have to shed more load, I guess. Stop beeping, damn it. Relax, relax. Everybody just take it easy, okay? We got this, okay? All right, folks, well, it's going to take a little while before I fill that other tank back up because I don't want to kick that heater on too. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Contemplate life. Let me turn this heater back off, or this light back off. I know lights don't draw a lot of power, but anything I can help. I did manage to put that other system on its own. There's two heaters. So that probably helped. That was probably 400 watts right there. Oh yeah, if you think about the wattage I'm pulling here, probably quite a bit. Yeah, we're pulling some watts. Where is my phone? Find it. Where are you? I think we're good with the charge on my headset. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, that was exciting. Hygger lights with the built-in timer always turn back on when themselves. Yeah, when the power turns on. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Circuit is tripping balls. Jason, sing for us. Thank you. I'll pass. Okay. Well, so far so good. Should we risk turning this heat up or filling this tank up? Maybe. He has a Casa timer. Yeah, with the energy monitoring, tell me how many watts I'm pulling. Oh yeah, yeah. I have Casa timers, but I don't know if they have that energy thing on them. Yeah, Sunday stream's gonna be rewiring a fish room. Yeah, let's hope not. I do think. Well, originally at one point I thought about I might be able to at least do half the room on its own circuit, which would take half of it off. Yeah. So there's that. All right. Well, now we know that this. I'm gonna fill this tank up just because this is bothering me. But I'm not gonna do those bottom two tanks. I'm not gonna do any more tanks on this circuit. However, this rack in the middle here is on a different circuit. I can do those tanks. I can do the geos. I can do the fry. I'm not touching the medicated tanks. I really only have 2 tanks to do. And then I can do the rest later. Yeah, I did have that. I did turn it off, but when the power turned off and back on, they turned back on. So I don't know. Maybe I didn't remember what I did. I don't know. Couple hundred and get a circuit breaker monitor. Yeah, that watches your whole panel. That is interesting. Isn't that what isn't that what the electric company has on the outside? A circuit monitor that monitors the whole circuit, sees how much power I'm pulling. Okay. So I can close this lid. We'll leave the lights off. I don't want to fill this all the way up because I'm trying to grow some of that, what do you call it? Water lettuce. And I notice when it gets too close to the light, it doesn't really want to grow well. I think it needs a little bit of like air moving in between it. It's too hot, too humid, something. Maybe too humid. It's probably humidity that kills it, honestly. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's look at the geos. Since they're new and exciting. And at least when I finish a little bit more, I only have to worry about a couple tanks later in the day. All right. It's probably horrible glare. Let me see. Cops probably do think I'm growing weed. Yeah, I don't have this problem in the summer either, yeah. Really near you can set up a software defined radio to pick up the smart meter. Oh, geez. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, we can see that. It'd probably get a little closer too. Maybe. How's that looking? These plastic plants look healthy, don't they? They look familiar? They look familiar to you? Did I move this already? No, okay. It takes me a minute to see what happens on the actual stream afterwards. White Hermione, here he comes. Okay, these are the wine Millerite. I have 4 of them. So far, so good. Knock on wood. Monty did not approve of me starting the water. It's like, I can't believe you've done this. Although he is very curious about that sink, so he always goes up there and likes to watch the water going down the drain. He's trying to puzzle over. I think he's trying to figure out how he can do that. Oh no. I don't want to suck up all the sand. There we go. And this is only a 10-gallon tank. And these guys are really only on here just to kind of go through a little quarantine. They're destined for that 75. The one with the black ghost knife is. But I did say, I don't know, I think I said this, that I did want to do a water change on here because this is a little bit more of a bio load on this tank than what was in there. Yeah, these are Geos, Wine Millerai, 4 of them. Yeah, how the bigger to see with. One of them's got a little bit of a bent tail. I'm not too happy about that, but I don't know if that's genetic or damage. Something happened in a bag. I don't know. So, I'll keep an eye on it. Alright, that's about good 25%. I'll do this one that nothing is in, just to change the water and keep it fresh, in case I want to put something in it. The one below it, anyway. This is the one below, is the one I took out the fire mounts were in this one. Speaking of which, I took the plants out of it too, sitting in a bucket somewhere. But they were fake. I just had them in there for like line of sight breaks, kind of what I did here. Actually, I was thinking about putting in, did notice these Geos seem to be a little bit aggressive in this tank. It's probably because it's a small tank. Maybe I should split them up. I don't know. But I kind of like, I split them up, then I'm worried about, you know, them getting re-aggressive because they haven't seen each other in a while. But they are going to an entirely different tank. I don't know. I also have a rock I could throw in there, but it's got like, here, let's get a cleaner rock. This one's got like dried algae all over it. Dried up blackbeard algae. Which would probably in itself cause a bloom. I'll just add some of these old school lava rock. The big hole in it. Put it on this side of the tank. There we go. Whoa! Should be enough to break the line of sight. Now we don't need to go crazy on this tank, but we can do a bigger water change in this one. And these are the fry. These are Furcatus. And they're grown out. Let's try and clean up some of the mold on the bottom here. Most of this mold on the bottom is just dead baby brine that's falling and down. I do feed these guys pretty well. I do a lot of powder in there too, a little fry. I have a thing of Northwind fry food. Actually getting kind of low, so I think I might have to get some more. I know KGE sells a lot of good fry foods too. He's got Basileers. Legit, I think, is another brand he uses. Check it out. Plus, you know, there's always First Bites. It's like available at like every Petco, I think I see that at. Which is not a bad food, honestly. I used it for a while. Fish lived. Alright. I don't know if we're going to do any more water changes on this rack because I don't want to stress the load on this with whatever. That'd be 400 watts of heat too. If these are all 50 watt heaters, which I think they are. Actually, some of them might be 100 watt heaters. which is even more power. Actually, I think this tank doesn't even have a heater. And the only reason that that one has a heater in it is because when I filled it up the one day, it was pretty cold. So I threw that heater in there. Sorry, I'm tangled up here on the hose. Go there. Put this away. We should be almost done with water changes. Well, we should be done with water changes. We just need to fill them back up. What is going on? Like, what is this bag? There's a cat in this bag. You dirty cat. Get out of there. The laundry bag was knocked over and I was trying to pick it up and it was awful heavy. And I saw there's a little black cat in there. The Monty in a bag. See Monty in a bag? Let's go find Monty in a bag. Just try not to break the camera. Come on. There we go. What are you doing? You're all dirty. Kitty in a bag. Uh-oh. Did I break the camera? I don't know. I should stop touching the camera. Hydra in the tanks? Yeah, I've had Hydra in tanks. Actually, my fry system has Hydra in it right now. And, yeah, the dirty cat, look at him. He is a dirty cat. Monty's in a bag. Alright. What am I doing? Got distracted by a cat. Alright. Filling back up. I'll probably keep up on these water changes with these geos for, probably the other day for a week or so. I think that seems fair, right? That way the tank picks up the load. There's already beneficial bacteria in the tank. Whoa. There we go. Let's get this. Bettas eat a lot of various things. Northland betta bits, frozen brine, frozen daphnia, Agcor betta food, live fruit flies. Wow. Yeah. Mostly my bet has been getting basileers, but it's like every other day, every 2 days. He's pretty much the only fish. Well, there's a goby in that tank too. Doing alright. Hydra love baby brine. Yeah, you ain't wrong. It's one of the reasons why I have Hydra in that tank is because I feed all the baby brine. But that's in more of the fry setup because there's a lot of that powder going in there. Not so much these guys because I think these guys are kind of big enough they would start eating Hydra. I could be wrong. I'll just top these guys up. There are no lights on these tanks other than whatever's in the room, so it's just getting room lighting. Helps to keep the algae down. I'm not really growing plants in here. These are more set up as fry grow out slash quarantine, which is exactly what I'm using them for. Now that I got this one kind of freed up, I could probably start doing some fry. I don't really have, I got the Cyanodorsalis. Let's see. I don't know if I want to put them all fresh. Keep them growing out in the brackish. Kind of like the idea of splitting that colony a little bit. I do have some of them growing out in fresh. I think they're all females too, so I might need to actually add males to the freshwater colony. I've also thought about putting them in my saltwater tank, which I think maybe someday we'll test it. Can't put babies in there though, because they wouldn't survive. There's too much going on. There's a whole lot of flow in that tank. I think that's actually one of the reasons why I haven't done it. I guess they could probably handle the flow. All right, did we fill everything up? Seems like it. Seems like the heaters are going. Everything's fine. Circuit hasn't tripped ever since I moved it off half of, 2 tanks off of it. I'm not answering that. Started hatching BBS again. Yeah. Let's move you back up to these guys. Now that they seem to get a water change, they seem to be a little happier. Yeah. I think, well, I don't know. You're not talking to me because I wasn't really worried that much about the Hydra problem in that tank. Because I'm gonna break down that setup and how that's working at the moment. It's not really working all that well, so I gotta clean. I don't know how I'm gonna. I gotta address fry grout setup, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I haven't thought. I gotta think it through. Probably do that here in a little bit. I just get an idea for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying you were. Alright, guys. We are gone 3 hours now. It's actually noon right now, which is perfect time. I have managed to get almost all the tanks done that I wanted to. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tanks. Maybe if I did the fry tanks, the hatching tanks, it would be 10. I got 5, and all of them are 10 gallons. Well, no, that's not true. It's 220s. The rest are 10s. So yeah. All right, guys. It's that time. Lunchtime. Let's hit the like on the way out if you haven't hit it already. I thank everyone for hanging out with me while we struggled through this water change. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do. Like I said, I do a live stream every Sunday, 9 a.m. Easy stream. Other than that, you can find me on Saturday morning cartoons with Shanna on her channel at 503aquatics.com. And every once in a while, I do a pop up and videos on my channel. Cool. Thanks all. See y'all in the next one. Bye.